All right, guys, welcome back. This is the F-15 chugging along. I did remove the forward section. It is a 4 little bolts that all it takes is to get it out of there. I did unplug everything, but it's just for 3mm screws that are on there to take the nose off. I highly suggest you get a ball type 3mm socket. I got some Dubro ones, and that's what I used to get it out of there. So you want the one like with the ball end on it. That way you can stick it on there at an angle and be able to get the screws out without a problem. I got all the fuel tanks out, the old ones. I'm either going to use the Interico F-15. It's a hard fit. I do want to stick it back in the same spot. I did notice somebody else had put theirs back here, the UAT. I'm going to try to see if I can get this to fit in there. If not, I got a 40, which is a little bit smaller, but I like this size for this type of airplane. We'll see how that goes. The new fuel tank kits come with the stoppers and all the other accessories on it, and which is pretty cool. Got the fuel line, the fuel stoppers in there, and then the actual, I forget the name right now, the covers, I guess, for the tanks right now. And I was surprised to find a little piece of safety wire, which is cool. I mean, I always just buy, this is the first kit ever that actually had safety wire. So this basically, to put the fuel tanks in there, you're gonna put your clunk. That's what I want to say, not stoppers, but the clunk in there. Make sure that it's able to move freely back and forth. This is the tank for the right-hand side over here. And if you notice, the vent nipple is in the corner there. I don't like it there. I don't like the way it's pointing, so I'm going to knock that out and put in a new one. And then I'll go ahead and test the tank, make sure it's got pressure on it and it's not leaking before I finalize the installation. I will put safety wire on the inside and obviously the outside, get it going. The other thing I did is I removed all the, I had a Futaba radio in here, since I'm switching over to F-Fire Sky, I removed that. And I started labeling all my extensions. I get a Dymo, I guess that's how you pronounce it, 210D, D as in David, label printer, and it has a cartridge in there, A as in Apple 18055. And what I do is I print heat shrink labels. For example, right now I'm gonna need one for the actual light controller, and I'm just gonna label it lights. I go ahead and print it, and now the label says lights on there. And what I'll do is, this is a pretty long label right now. So what I'll do is, you can take scissors, you can take, whatever. I just happen to have the wire cutters that are handy for this demonstration. I'll go ahead and cut off all the excess that's on there, that's past the actual label or the scripting on there. Throw it over your servo cable, servo extension, and all my control surfaces are already labeled, and all the labels are on there. They're ready to go. Finally get that over there, over the cable, and then you can take your heat iron, a lighter, whatever. This is the little lighter I use here in the shop. It's a reloadable lighter. I'll go ahead and just heat shrink or shrink that heat tube on it, and there you go. Now there's a label on there, nice and tight. It's never gonna come off. And yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna be trying to work on this at least 1 hour a day and get some work done. So today is gonna be working on the tanks, and we'll see you in the next one.